Recite the Buddha name. Tina?
Namo fundamental teachers, Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo fundamental teachers, Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo fundamental teachers, Sakyamuni Buddha. The unsurpassed, deep, profound, subtle, wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million eons is difficult to encounter. Now that I have come to receive and hold it within my sight and hearing, I vow to fathom the thus come one true and actual meaning.
Thank you. Okay, today we will go quickly into the scripture. Okay. Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay, let me go quickly, directly into this, and we learn directly. Okay. Okay. Emily, go ahead and read this one. Go. Yeah, well, read about this one. This.
Okay. Is the kindness of providing protection and care while the child is in the womb.
Keep going. You go to 1 to 3. Okay, 1 to 3.
The second is the kindness of bearing suffering during the birth. The third is the kindness of forgetting all the pain once the child has been born.
Good, stop right there. Betty, go ahead from 4 to 6. Go ahead, 4 to 6. Betty, are you there? All right, Darren. Everybody turn on your webcam.
Yeah.
Good. 4 to 6.
The fourth is the kindness of eating the bitter herself and saving the sweet for the child. The fifth is the kindness of moving the child to a dry place and lying in the wet herself. The sixth is the kindness of suckling the child at her breast, nourishing and bringing up the child.
Good, thank you. You're doing really good. Betty, from 7 to 10.
The seventh is the kindness of washing away the unclean. The eighth is the kindness of always thinking of the child when it has traveled far. The ninth is the kindness of deep care and devotion. The 10th is the kindness of ultimate pity and sympathy.
Good, now good. Let's do this. Okay, Tina, you do halfway. Read the title, and you do up to at the month past 5 vital. The kindness of the providing.
The kindness of providing protection and care while the child is in the womb. The causes and conditions karmas from accumulated kalpas lifetimes grows heavy, until in this life the child ends up in its mother's womb. As the months pass, the 5 vital organs develop. Within 7 weeks, the 6 sense organs start to grow.
Okay, good. Stop right there. All right. Okay. Elizabeth, you read the next one. The mother body.
He becomes as heavy as the mountain. The stillness and movement of the fetus are like a
capit.
When disaster, the mother fine clothes no longer hang properly, and so her mirror gathered dust.
Okay, Elizabeth, turn on your webcam. Everybody turn on your webcam. Okay, let me explain to you. Pay attention. We will have the Kahoot today. Okay. The cause and the condition, this is the karma in the past. from accumulated past, that means accumulate many past lifetime, grow heavy. And you know what? Up to this time, this life, the child end up into the mother womb, right? As the month pass, the five vital organ develop. That means the five vital organ of the baby develop inside the mom. It get heavier and heavier. That means the mom get heavier and heavier, right? She carry the heavy baby, right? Within 7 weeks, the sixth sense organ start to grow. That means the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, the body, and the brain. Okay, the mother body become as heavy as a mountain. You see, why it heavy as a mountain? Because the karma that the baby carry from his past many past lifetime, that inside the mother womb, that heavy. That's why it heavy just like the mountain. Okay. The stillness and the movement of the fetus are like the carpet wind disaster. Why is that? That means the movement of the fetus, the unborn baby, when they make a move, right? It make the mother suffer just like the wind disaster. You see, the mother fight clothes no longer hang properly. You know what? Before she carry birth, right? She carry pregnancy. She is beautiful. She have a very beautiful clothes. And you know what? When she have the pregnant, she carry the baby inside her. The, her fight clothes no longer fit properly with her, right? So those clothes no longer used. Okay? And before she have pregnant, she usually go to the mirror and look at her own beauty. You know what? Now, because she have baby, if she carry the baby inside, she no longer need the mirror. That's why the mirror gathering dust. Okay, Dylan, you also pay attention here. This is how we love our parents. If you do not pay attention, you will not know how to love your parent. Therefore, you will not get the blessing. Okay? All right, good. Christina Võ, you go number 2, read the title, subtitle, and go ahead and read
The kindness of bearing suffering during birth. The pregnancy lasts for 10 lunar months and culminates in difficult labor at the approach of birth. Meanwhile, each month the mother is seriously ill, and during each day drowsy and sluggish. Her fear and agitation are difficult to describe. Grieving and tears fill her breast. She painfully tells her family that she is only afraid that death will overtake her.
Do you understand what you just read?
Uh, sort of. I don't know.
Okay, tell me what you understand.
That the mom feels a lot of pain whenever she's pregnant,
Okay.
both mentally and physically.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Very, very. Okay, let me explain to you. The pregnancy lasts for 10 months. Right. When when the pregnancy approach the of the birth, that means approach the give birth, right? Giving birth. The labor, no, the labor for the giving birth, give birth to the baby is very difficult. It's not easy. Very difficult because that make her suffer. Okay. Meanwhile, that means before giving birth, that means each morning the mother is seriously ill, and during the day drowsy and sluggish. That means she always feels sick, and she always feel drowsy. She always feel pain, right? Her fear and agitation are difficult to describe. That means the fear and the pain that very tough for us to describe how much fear and pain that she goes through. Very tough. Weeping, that means sorrow, and the tear fill her breath. She painfully tell her family. That means she tell her own family that the thing that she go through is very painful. That she only afraid that death will overtake her. That means if in misfortune, right, she might die. In order to save the baby. And that's what she said, that she afraid that death will overtake her. Okay, so all right. Okay. Christina, go ahead and read number 3.
The kindness of forgetting
You get the kindness.
all the pain once the child has been born. On the day the compassionate mother bears the child, her 5 organs all open wide, leaving her totally exhausted in body and mind. The blood flows as from the slaughtered lamb.
Okay, stop right there. You understand what does it mean?
Yeah,
Tell me what you understand.
that it's like her blood is flowing out like a lamb whenever it's cut.
Okay, you see this? On the day the compassionate mother bear the child, that means give birth to the baby. Okay, her 5 organs are open wide. You know why? Because the baby is big right now, very big. That means her body have to open it to make sure that wide enough to let the baby go out. When that happens, that means she gets so totally exhausted in the body and mind. That's what caused her totally exhausted in the body and mind due to this. Okay? And you know what? When she gave birth to the baby, what happened? The blood from her body flow out, just like the slaughter lamb. The lamb, when they get killed, right? They get cut from their head. That's how the blood come out from the lamb. It's exactly the mom blood. It flow unstoppable, cannot stop. All right, Serena.
Yet upon the child is healthy, she is overcome with redoubling joy. But after the joy, the grief returns, and the agony wrenches her very insides.
Good, good. You understand what does it mean?
No.
Okay, let me explain to you. Even though the blood flow out from her a lot, right? Even though she got so exhausted in body and mind, but yet that means but upon hearing the trial, it come out healthy. You know what? She very happy, and she forget all about her suffering, all about her pain. But after joy, of course, the rift will return. That mean the sorrow will return, and the agony went her very inside. That means her body, when she give birth to the baby, and inside her body become very painful. Yeah, very painful. Okay, all right. Nami. Okay, you read number 4. You read the title first, then you read the bottom one. Now sit still closer so we can hear you better. Go. I could not hear you much.
The kindness of eating the bitter herself and saving the sweet for the child. The kindness of both parents is profound and deep. Their care and devotion never cease. Never resting, the mother saves the sweet for the child, and without complaint she swallows the bitter herself. Her love is weighty and her emotion difficult to bear. Her kindness is deep and so is her compassion. Only wanting the child to get its fill. The compassionate mother doesn't speak of her own hunger.
Okay, you understand what you just read?
Little bit.
Good. All right, let me explain to you. Just pay attention and you will understand. Because the reason I want you pay attention, everyone pay attention, so you know how the compassionate mom is. And that's why you know how to love her correctly. Yeah, the kindness of both parents is profound and deep. That means very profound, very deep. That means parent, that means father and mother. Their care and devotion never end, right? Never see, that means never end. Their care, that means they care for us, they take care of us, they raise us, they feed us, they do a lot of things for us. And they teach us, they take us to school, and they devotion, that means sacrifice. They make for us never end. Even though when we are 60 or 70 years old, they see you. We are still their own baby. Remember, never resting. The mother saved the sweet for the child. That means the mom never have time to rest. The mother always saved the good food, the sweet food for the child. And without complaint, she swallowed the bitter herself. That means the bitter food she will eat by herself. Her love is weighty and her emotion is difficult to bear because her love is very, very weighty. That means it's very deep. Her love is very deep, but at the same time, her emotion is because when she have too much love, you care for us. Therefore, if we do anything that make her suffer, make her feel worry about us, that's why she have emotion. Those kind of emotion is very difficult to bear. That means she suffer. Okay? Her kindness is deep and so her compassion. That means her kindness and compassion, nothing can measure. Okay? Nothing can measure. The ocean, you can measure the depth of the ocean. The earth, you can measure the earth, the heavy of how heavy the earth is. But the kindness and compassion of the mother, nothing can measure. Only wanted the child to get its fill. That means whatever the child wants, she give it all. She never hold back. She give it all. The compassionate mother doesn't speak of her own hunger. That means even though, let's say that in the situation that they only food for one person, right? Only enough food for one person between her and the child. She willing to go hungry to let the child eat. And when the child asked her, "Are you hungry, mom?" She never said that I am hungry. No, that's how the mom sacrificed. Okay, that's good. Thank you. All right, Kevin, Jung, you read the number 5 for me.
Okay. The kindness of moving the child to a dry place, living in the wet herself. The mother is willing to be wet so that child can be dry. With her two breaths, she satisfies in hunger and thirst. You need to scroll down.
Covering it with her sleeve, she protected from the wind and cold. Okay. In kindness, Kevin, are you there?
Yeah. Oh, in the kindness her head rarely rests on the pillow, and yet she does this happily, so long as the child is comfortable. The kind mother seeks no solace for herself.
Good, stop right there. Okay. So let me explain to this to you. If there is a dry place, right, and the wet and the wet place, she will let the child lie on the dry place, and she will lie down on the wet place by herself. So because she doesn't want the baby suffer. She will take the suffer for herself. With her two bread, she satisfies it hunger and thirst. That means the child hunger and thirst. Covering it, her sleeve, She protected from wind and cold. That means she used her sleep to protect the child from wind and cold. In kindness, her head rarely rests on the pillow. That means she doesn't have time to sleep because she always think about the child. And yet, but she does this happily. That means she do this because she happy to do so. Not because she have to do it. No, she happy to do that for the child. So long as the child is comfortable, that means as long as the child is happy, she happy. The kind mother seek no solely for herself. That means she never think about herself too much. Yeah. All right, Ethan. No, I mean, runner. B number 6.
The kindness of suckling the child at her breast, nourishing and bringing up the child. The kind mother is like the great earth. The stern father is like the encompassing heaven. One covers from above, the other supports from below. The kindness of parents is such that they know no hatred or anger toward their offspring, and are not displeased, even if the child is born crippled. After the mother carries the child in her womb and gives birth to it, the parents care for her and protect it together until the end of their day.
You understand this?
No, not really.
Good. Listen. Then I will explain to you so you know how to love your parent. Otherwise, if you do not know how to love your parent, the karma that we pray, and we cannot be able to subdue the suffering later on in life. Okay. The kind mother is like the earth, the red earth, not only the earth, the red earth. Why is that? You see the earth, right? Whatever we put on the earth, good, ugly, beautiful, ugly, good smell, bad smell, you put on the earth never complains. Just like the mother. Whatever they try to do to her, her love never ends. Her love never changes. She always loves us, regardless what the children do to her. This is the loving kindness of the mother. What about father? It's just like encompassing heaven. It represents for the high. That means the loving kindness of the Father nothing can compare. Why is that? Because the Father go out and work so hard for many hours a day to bring the money to support the family, to feed the family. The Father take care of us and raise the children and teach us many things from their own experience. And when we have problem, they are the one that we look for. No one loves us more than our parents. Remember that. They know no hatred or anger toward their offering. That means they never have any hatred or anger to their children, even though the children is very bad behavior. They always love. They never have any ill will or hatred toward them. But sometimes they very strict, and they make sure that when they yell at us because they hate us or they love us. Helen, 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 are you there? Elizabeth, Elizabeth, are you there? Hmm. Patrick,
Yes.
when the
What do I
parent
read?
when the parent yell at us, They love us or they hate us? Patrick?
Oh, sorry about that.
What happened?
Wait, for some reason I can't see it.
Okay, no, when the parent, they yell at us because they love us or they hate us.
They're just trying to tell us the right thing.
Yeah, that means they love us, right? They make sure that we are safe. We do the right thing. Right? Does that make sense to you, Dylan? Yeah. All right. So even though the baby come out crippled, that means the birth defect, right? You know the birth defect look like, right? I show you last time already. But you know what? Doesn't harm. I will show you again. Okay. Okay. Here, this is how the birth defect look like. When the baby come out, it look like this, look like this, look like this even, look like this even. The the mom or the parent love, compassion never change. Okay. Never change. So remember that. Never change. All right. After the mother carried the child in her womb and give birth to it, the parent care and protect it together until the end of their day. That do you know what does that mean? Christina Jill, do you understand this one? The two sentence now here.
They care for it until they die.
Yeah, that's correct. That means from the day we inside the mother womb, we come out and until they die. They care and they protect us until they die. That is how the parent love and kindness is. All right, let me see. Who else? I did not call yet. Who else? Ethan, did I call you yet, Ethan?
No.
Okay, read it. Thing one. Number 7. Read number 7.
The kindness of washing away the unclean. Originally, she had a pretty face and a beautiful body. Her spirit was strong and vibrant. Her eyebrows were like fresh green willows, and her complexion would have put a red rose to shame. But her kindness is so deep, she will forego a beautiful face. Although washing away the filth injuries her constitution,
Constitution.
the kind mother acts solely for the sake of her sons and daughters and willingly allows her beauty to fade.
You understand what you just read? Okay, let me explain to you. Originally, she had a very beautiful face and beautiful body. That means the mom. Before she carried the pregnant, right? Her spirit was strong and vibrant. That means she have a lovely life, right? She want to live with she have a very positive life. Her eyebrow were like fresh green willow. That means beautiful eyes. And her complexion would have put a red glow to same. That means her body is very beautiful. Her kindness, but her kindness is so deep, and she will forego a beautiful face. That means because her kindness is so deep to the children, she let go her own beauty. She care less about her own beauty. She have no time to take care of her own beauty. And even auto washing away the dirty clothes, right? Those things. She never complained. The kind mother acts solely for the sake, for the good of her son and daughter, and willing allow her beauty to fade. That means allow her own beauty to go away. She cares less about her own beauty. Because she only care about her child. This is important. Let me show you the movie. Remember, try not to talk back to our parents. If we do, you will lose your blessing as well. You create a bad karma. And you know what? In the future, your children will do even worse than you. They will treat you worse than the way you treat your parents. What go around and come around. Remember that. Yeah? A lot of people in this world doesn't know how the kindness and compassion of the mother is. Without the Buddha teaching, you do not know. But with the Buddha teaching, we should thank you to the Buddha. And then we know how to take care of them.
A man who was walking with his son in the park. And they're walking together, and his son looked at a crow in a tree. And he said, "Baba, what's that?" It's like a 2-year-old kid. Baba said, "It's a crow." And he said, "Baba, what's that?" And he said, "It's a crow." "Oh, okay." "Baba, what's that?" "It's a crow." "Oh, a crow. What's that?" "It's a crow." "It went on for 10 minutes. He asked him 30 times, he counted. Dad kept a score, and he put it in his little journal. "My son, today we were walking in the park, asked..."
Christina Jill, pay attention to it and help me to summarize the end.
Yeah.
Me about a crow 30 times. It was the cutest thing in the world. 30 years go by. The son is not 2, the son is 32. Father calls him, "Son, can I come over?" "Dad, it's not a good time right now." "So just bear with me. I just need like 10, 15 minutes. That's all I need. Just go for a drive. I need to talk to you about something." Whatever. You know what? Okay, fine." So he comes over, gets in the car, they go over, drive over to a park. "What's this about, Dad? Can you tell me quickly? I got things to do." "Just take a walk with me, son. It's okay." Take a walk. You see a crow in a tree. The dad says, "Son, what's that?" "Seriously, Father? It's a crow." "Oh, son, what's that?" "Is this a game? I have things to do, okay? It's a crow. You can't see, I just got you new glasses last month. Why is this happening to me? Dad, why are you so difficult? I don't understand what the problem is. Just tell me what you really want. I'm busy, okay?" The dad pulls out his journal. This is something that happened 30 years ago. We were walking down this park. We saw a crow. And you asked me 30 times. And I gave you a smile every time. You couldn't handle twice. What are we giving our parents? I'm not even reading a line to the picture. The fact that Allah mentioned himself and then mentioned his parents is, you think about that. But what have they done for us and what have we done for them? What have we done for them? How many parents leave, like their children are in ICUs, and they stand there and go hovering over this little glass box with a baby inside, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, standing in a hospital, not even sitting down, standing in a hospital, like feeding off of like vending machines. And that same kid grows up and doesn't have the time to call. That same kid, you know? How many mothers almost died giving birth? Almost died giving birth. And now it's so difficult to respond to her call. Or to just give her just a couple of minutes a day. Just let her feel a little important. You know how unfair that is, that you are the most important thing to them and they are so insignificant to you? How unfair that is? They carry that pain with them every day that I am nothing to my children. I mean nothing to them, worthless to them. They have no time for me. When something is worth something to you, it gets your time. Most of you at this age, you want to just get away from your parents. You just want to be with your friends. You want to be on your own. You just don't want to be with your parents. You develop this crooked habit now, and it will only get worse over time. Our parents have very, very, very strong emotions. They're very protective of us. For them, you won't know this until you become a parent. For them, it doesn't matter when you turn 60, you're still their baby. They still remember changing your diaper. They still remember feeding you milk. They still remember burping and cleaning up after you peed in the back seat. They still remember that. You don't remember that, they remember that. My son won't remember that. I was like, I gotta go. Then all of a sudden he stops complaining and I go, roll down the windows. Then he starts talking about what toy are we gonna get for Eid? I'm like, okay, this has not been a good day for the car. But when he's graduating college and when one day he's getting married and one day he has his own, he's not gonna remember that. But guess we'll never forget. I'll never forget. I'll never forget carrying him into a bathroom, cleaning him up, changing his clothes. Abba, put the Spider-Man pajamas on. He won't remember any of that. I will. And that same kid, when he's talking back to me one day, when he's telling me, Dad, I just don't understand you, okay? I don't have time right now. And he does, it's gonna hurt, man. It's gonna hurt. That's what you do to your parents. That's what I do to my parents. They were our life. They gave up their life for us. Our parents gave up careers for us. Our parents gave up vacations for us. Our parents gave up friends for us. You know that? I know that now. I didn't know that then. But they had their entire life planned until you came along. And then you became their plan. You became everything. And you have the nerve. One thing doesn't go your way. You hear one thing you don't want to hear. You snap back. It says, we're not even talking about Islam right now. We're just talking about decency, man, just decency. What have they done for you and what you give them back? It's so unfair. It is so unfair. My dad's so annoying, my mom's so this, they're always mad, they're never happy, they're this, they're that. What are you? What about you? I'm telling you, I can't say this enough times, if you don't earn your parents' du'as, nothing good will come of your life. Nothing good will come of your life. If they're not happy. If you haven't done everything you can to make them happy. And never give that, you haven't, in all honesty, sometimes parents can be unfair. They're human beings, they can be unfair too. But if you have never, unless you have given them a reason to be upset, if you've never given them a reason to be upset, then that's between them and Allah. But if you have given them a reason, you have to ask yourself, it's bad. It's really, really bad.
Good, all right. Put the on to you.
Yeah. This is about, well, it starts in the park. The son kept asking over 30 times, what is that? And every time the dad, he answered that it was a crow. And at the end of that scene, the dad was talking about how the son was really cute every time he asked. And then later on in their life, the father, he called the son and he asked if they could meet in the park. But the son, he didn't want to go at first, but finally he said yes. In the park, the father asked the son 2 times, what is that? And the son said it was a crow. But the second time, he got upset and he kept asking why he couldn't see if he just got new glasses. The son the father reminded the son about his childhood and he said, I answered you 30 times, but you could not handle 2. The rest of the video, it just talks about growing up, and every step of the way, our parents are with us. Our parents will never forget about giving us baths and changing our clothes whenever we graduate and whenever we're getting our first jobs. Our parents gave up their vacations and their life for us. In the video, it also talks about what our parents have done for us and what we gave them back. It talks about how we talk about how our parents are so annoying and how they're so clingy, but what are we? Sometimes our parents can be unfair, but that is part of the human life. But did we give them a reason to be unfair?
So what do we learn from this story then?
We learned that we should appreciate our parents because they've done everything for us, and we didn't give back enough for them.
I don't think we not talking about give back enough to them. We not even come to a very the thing we do for them is very small, very tiny. Okay? But the thing we complain to them is so much. Okay, turn on all your video game, me and everybody, and we will have Kahoot here. Me. Yeah. Mm, mm. 对，respect. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Mm. Six seven five 4169. 675 4169. Try to love your parents as much as possible. Never complain to them. Okay. All right. Anyone? You can join as soon as possible. Patrick Đỗ, Serena, Nami. Serena chịu, did you in yet? Okay. Okay. Serena, no, I mean Christina chịu, did you in yet? Rồi what nữa? Christina Võ, you in yet?
Yes.
Okay. Christina chịu, and Ratner. Okay. Ratner, được không? All right, I give you 30 seconds left. One, two, three. More than one answer. Good, that's good. Okay. Okay. All right. It is the good story today we learned from the Buddha teaching, right? Okay. So the Buddha give us a very detail about how we treat, how the parent kindness is, right? No one, no religion can teach the detail like the Buddha. Remember that. No religion, no other religion can teach like this, like the Buddha, because Buddha have wisdom. Okay. All right. All right. We will. Oh, you know what? Um, before we stop. Okay, Elizabeth, read this one. Go. Put our palm together.
The first one?
Yeah. Go all
May every living being our minds as one relative
radiant
with
with light.
light, radiant with light, share the fruit of peace with our heart of goodness, luminous, and brightness. Bright.
Keep going.
If people hear and see how hands and heart can find in giving unity, may their minds awake to great compassion, wisdom, and to joy. May kindness find reward. May all who sorrow leave their grief and pain. May this boundless light break the darkness of their endless night, because our hearts are one. This world of pain turns into paradise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise.
Good, thank you. All right. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Namo Yada Phật. Namo Yada Phật.
Chào thầy, cảm ơn.
Phật chào thầy.
Nam mô Phật, chào thầy.
Cảm ơn thầy.